Alright, thanks for tuning in, my kings and queens. Your girl Deja is back. Okay, so we got some media bias exposed today. So let's see. CBS, ABC, MSNBC, I say CNN. Yep, a lot of y'all motherfuckers out there, news anchors hating and shit on them. Well, how about we do have proof because they did a rating, and how about they fucking finally see that 90% of the motherfuckers out there in the news media and all these news stations been blasting Donald Trump. Even though he's made it to presidency, these motherfuckers still disrespecting him. Well, we have a clip of how they taking this shit way too far to the Miss America pageants. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Seriously? Motherfuckers need something to do, y'all people in Hollywood. Y'all bored. Well, how about we tired of seeing y'all corny motherfuckers in Hollywood? We need some new actors and actresses. Same motherfuckers in different movies. And then y'all still want to do the same shit, remaking other movies over and over again. So, man, come up with some new motherfucking ideas. Well, sorry to get off the topic. You know what I'm saying? I digress on a lot of shit that is going on. But you know what? How about we gonna run this clip real quick and then you be the judge? Because honestly, I didn't know that now politics is going to get switched on and got to be all up in Miss America shit. Ain't this supposed to be about being beautiful? What the fuck? Y'all always got to be fucking up, putting y'all agenda out there.
A new study confirms the relentless attacks against President Trump from the left-wing national media, only worsening. The broadcast network's evening news devoting nearly 74 hours of coverage to President Trump as his administration this year. And guess what? 91% of that time, of that coverage, negative to the president over the summer. And the bias against the president extending even to the Miss America competition, judges asking a series of anti-Trump questions during the pageant. Here's an example.
There are multiple investigations into whether Trump's campaign colluded with Russia on the election. Well, did they?
Last month, a demonstration of neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and the KKK in Charlottesville, Virginia, turned violent and a counter-protester was killed. The president said there was shared blame with, quote, very fine people on both sides. Were there?
You gotta be kidding. Joining us now is former governor of Arkansas, Mike Huckabee, and Fox News contributor. Great to have you with us, Governor. Mike, I mean, really? Miss America? The ignorance of the questions was unbelievable.
You know, Hollywood is falling apart. Their movies are in the tank. Miss America pageant is relegated to really a distant watching event that nobody really pays attention to, and that's why. Because people don't want their entertainment to be turned into a political diatribe by a bunch of celebrities and people with an agenda. This is just absurd. When you mention the 91% of the coverage about the president being negative, I'm thinking, yeah, that's because Lou Dobbs is the other 9%. You know, it's just absurd. Lou, it's, you know, the only reason I can smile is because it's so over the top that at some point, the American people, they're not that stupid. They really aren't. They're pretty smart.
They're very smart.
I think that they're being played for chumps. They're being played for chumps for the national media, and they're going to find it blown up in their face.
We're only talking about the network, CBS, ABC's, their evening newscast. Meanwhile, there's the Washington Post and New York Times, and you look down at their home pages, their front pages, and it's anti-Trump, anti-Trump, anti-Trump. Even the most committed, crazed left-winger in this country has to understand that those two outlets have become sheer caricatures of anything remotely resembling journalism, even propaganda. They're so over the top, it's hard to take them seriously.
Well, it's why I call them the New York Slimes and the Washington Compost.
I like that.
And I would also go
I hadn't
as far
heard
as...
that.
Well, that's what they've become. And by the way, Lou, all of these so-called political fact-checking organizations, that's a bunch of crap. They're not fact-checkers. They're left-wing loons who are trying to prove that, you know, they're right and everybody's wrong. There's no fact-checking to it. There's no objectivity. Journalism is a lost art these days, and it's tragic because the media plays an important role in being the watchdog for the whole public, but they've become the lapdog of the left and frankly have imploded upon themselves.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. And the 50, I want to very quickly, we've got about 15 seconds. Your view on the 51 vote majority in the Senate, any excuse for Mitch McConnell not going to it right away?
You know exactly what they're talking about. I don't even need to tell you, because we all know that all they're talking about on CNN is Donald Trump. Non-stop, all the time, completely obsessed CNN is with Donald Trump, to the point where newsbusters.org decided to do a little study. On Friday, May 12th, a team of their analysts reviewed all the footage that CNN aired between 4 a.m. and 11 p.m. for a total of 20 hours. Then they subtracted all the time for commercials, teasers, or promos and determined that CNN had aired 13 hours and
Donald Trump a hack? He's a hack politician. He's probably going to make Elizabeth Warren his vice presidential nominee with comments like that. Do you think he's It's anti-American. It's very, very divisive. Do you think Donald's a plant? I'll tell you who he's going to be president of. You can tell Donald I said this. The Queens County Bullies Association. You got to cut it out now and stop all this crazy rhetoric spinning everybody's head.
I like how you say that now, but I've had a problem with the way he talked about women for years, and now
I don't like the way he talks about women. I don't like the way he talks about our friend Minnie.
America is crying tonight. I'm not sure how much of America, but a very, very significant portion, and I mean literally crying.
Everybody is crying and so upset, and it is the end of their world.
Feels like the end of the world.
We were on Lifetime last night, and I was slowly getting drunk is what happened to me.
How do we explain how this is possible?
How did this happen? Experienced politicians